A wise man once said, if you want to get stuff done, but you haven't got enough time, you need to sleep faster. So welcome to Motor Mornings. Good morning everyone, good morning. It's Monday and it's Motor Mornings. Oh, okay, for those that don't know, I really don't like working on engines. Don't know what it is, but I've decided if I get up like an hour before I normally do, I can spend 45 minutes getting stuff done on engines that I wouldn't normally do, and that means the projects progress, don't they? Right, so what am I doing this morning? I never got around to torquing up the head, so I'm going to whip all that off. I've got my torque settings, 112 Newton meters or 83 foot-pounds. That's the job for this morning. Not a big job. Not a big job. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. What are you up to? And more importantly, what am I watching on YouTube? I'm watching classic mini details. And
get them. So whatever point you want, you can even have a lie down on the
nice seats.
So yeah. Oh shit, I broke you.
Right, best crack on. 112 Newton meters. Doing installments, are they? That's serious attention to detail, mate. I'm impressed. Just to remind me that I've done it. Why did you put a washer in there, mate?
So basically, I don't know how these were bought.
Let me just mansplain to you, he
says. With self-tappers. I'm assuming they've got the other thread in there.
Woo! Running a little bit late, but good morning everyone, good morning. How are we? What's in this body bag, Kev? Well, this is the cam carrier for the Bedford CF drag racing boogie van. So yesterday torqued down the head, which is great, and now I've painstakingly cleaned that months ago, so it's all been wrapped up. I'm going to unwrap it, whip out the gasket set, and hopefully put it on the top. Now it's not as simple as that, I don't think, because obviously there are the cam followers in there, and in the cam followers there are adjusters, and they need adjusting. Anyway, that's my plan for this morning. More importantly, what are you up to this morning, and what am I watching on YouTube? I'm only watching Classic Mini Workshop with this gorgeous Mark III Cooper S.
You all know how to take subframes out, so I'm just recording this just
for shits and giggles
as part of the video, but we all like the comedy value of me struggling, so here we go.
Right, enjoy your day.
Oiled all the nuts and bolts, so
pre-lubed your nuts.
Come off its cake. Does anyone can tell me what I've got? Shocks on the front, springs on the back.
Is it hydroelastic, mate?
Springs on the front and back. It'd be interesting to know.
I think it was an upgrade, wasn't it? It was like I'm sure that was a go faster thing. Yeah, definitely. Because I had, let me pause it. It was bloody noisy. Yeah, I've back in the day I had quite a few more hydroelastic minis, and I remember reading that was a thing. It's because the springs help return the hydroelastic doodah, but of course there was no dampening effect, so people would put shocks on the front if you were doing performance driving, yeah, to help dampen it, stop it from pogoing. Okay, there we go, look. And somewhere I've got the actual cam holders. Ta-da! Hopefully all numbered up. Yeah, look, there we go. Right, because, yeah, in there. Oh, I bet that's Imperial as well, isn't it? I have to have a look through my stuff. But in there, there is an adjustable, whatever you want to call it, adjuster. Basically, it's threaded, and but it's also tapered. And the idea, I'm guessing, is to adjust the valves. You wind that in until, and that take, look, don't know. I know there's some stuff on the forums about when all your drivetrain wears out and you've wound those in as much as you can. Something like that, anyway. Well, but what I'm going to do though, I'm going to clean these up a little bit, grease them up with some pre-assembly lube, whack them in, and then see what happens. How do you adjust it? Oh, I see. There's like a little groove, so I better make sure that's in the right place. Yeah, see these little notches, look? Now this is only an assumption. That goes there. Hey, look! And you can adjust it. Right. Break out the lube.
And then I can show you what the conditions of those is like. So yeah, I'm just going to get on and get as much out of this as I can. Windows out, strip the doors down, and try and find storage for everything.
That's half the battle, isn't it? So what have I got in bits at the moment? Oh, actually, it's only Birdie the 1275 GT. Rally Mini, that was a nut one. But yeah, it's amazing how much space you need. Right, believe it or not, look, I've only got 5 minutes before breakfast, so I'm not gonna waz it on the engine yet, because I need to sort out the gasket. I also need to figure out, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna cover it up, and that'll be tomorrow morning's job. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's Wednesday. We're about to go over the hump. Right. I didn't have any. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh, it's too early in the morning, isn't it? Imperial Allen keys. So I've been to work and I've grabbed all the Imperial ones that I could find. So I'm going to go through this bunch and see if any of these fit the head. Let's hope so. Otherwise I'll be ordering something, won't I? Anyway, that's what I'm up to this morning. More importantly, what are you up to? And what am I watching on YouTube? I'm only watching the DGSE, aren't I?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you are watching this.
I'm watching this at 5 to 6 in the morning, mate.
So I'll show you what it currently looks like. And then we'll go through the steps of making it a lot better.
Good.
Right then.
Love this project.
It is inside the boot at the moment. Very, very dirty, as you can see. So we're going to use the Hetty, lots of my wife, and we're going to hoover it all out, clean it, prep it, and paint it. But again, it's just surface rust. I'll tell you what, it did make me laugh. I don't think you'll be able to see. Down there was a washer. It was actually in the what was it? In the sealer. Oh, put his seam sealer inside the seam sealer there.
Hey, it's Randy's magic wand. Such a great bit of kit. 3, 4, 1/8. 1/8. Do you reckon that's about right?
Yeah, you just want as much as you can. And it broke, but this one's looks a bit better quality, so hopefully this will work. So first of all,
Stop you from getting paint on your finger, doesn't it?
Time, I'm not sure. It's been a couple of weeks since I've even.
Woo! Good morning, good morning. It's Thursday. I'm running a little bit late this morning. Right, yesterday I went through and I made sure all the Tappet cam followers work and are nicely lubed, so that's good. I'm happy with that. I also found my gasket. Now that gasket obviously going to go on top of the head, which is nice, and somehow I've got to make sure that I get that on top of the head without these falling out. Now they're full of assembly lube, which is like the stickiest stuff known to man. I'm pretty much sure it's Evo stick, so hopefully it'll be okay. So we'll see how that goes, and that's the project for this morning. Let's get that and that on the head, torques it down, and then I'll do some research on how to adjust those Tappet covers. That's the plan. Anyway, that's what I'm up to this morning. More importantly, what are you up to this morning, and what am I watching on YouTube? I'm only watching Classic Mini Man Cave. I think that's what he calls himself now. But basically it's Dave Jag 66.
For those of you first joining us, and those of you who've been
Look at that tool.
looking at it for quite some time, thank you very much for your support and your comments. It's really good.
What a selection of cars he has in his cave. Right, let's crack on.
And they're open again. So I'm going to try and book for Wednesday. So I'll try and get some footage out at the end of next week. This is one of the cars that wrapped at the moment. I just started it up, make sure the battery's good on it. And my beige Mini.
The Jag. Gorgeous.
The track car.
Do you know what? Dave has inspired me to build not a track car, but a hill climb car, that's for sure. No, tell you what Dave has inspired me to do. When he built his track day car, it was one of the things that
Enjoy your hobby. Take care, everybody.
I try and enjoy my hobby, Dave. Yeah, Dave's track car build inspired me to when I bought the race engine for the Rally Mini. As you all probably know by now, it also came with my old autocross Mini, and it was watching Dave build his track car go, I know we've got like it is basically like an unlimited class in our club that do auto test, 4-day auto testing, class 5. There are obviously rules in there, but it's you know, I'm not saying that anything goes, but you can really push the limits of engineering. And just watching him build that, go, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. And the quality of his build has just been fantastic. So pay attention, Kevin. So I'm just quickly nipping these up. This has gone on really well. I'm super pleased. It's got a toolkit now. Yeah, so cheers for that, Dave, if you're watching. You are genuinely inspirational. Right, I've got it on my phone somewhere what the torque setting is. GoPro, stop recording. Well, as you can see, everything seems to have spiraled out of control. Oh, if I don't laugh, I think I'll cry. I genuinely almost felt like I was about to spiral into a world of depression. So what happened was I tightened the cam carrier down and everything seemed fine, except when I rotated it, the cam, it would get to a point where it wouldn't rotate anymore. And I was going, oh, that's not right. So I took it all off, and there you go. One of the, you're not going to be able to see this because I can only barely see it with my eyes, but this is one of the rotor end caps. So the exhaust valves have these rotor caps on them, and it's actually got a crack in it which you can't see, but when it's on a spring it opens up. So that was a disaster. Where's my valve? So I've checked my valve, make sure my valve wasn't bent, and that all seems very nice. So yeah, I genuinely, the problem is I think it's evolved out of how I've been mismatching stuff between the two engines. So this head is the one that came off that engine, but the valve seats in it aren't amazing. They were slightly pitted, and I thought, no, it needs a recut, maybe new valve. And I know when you start talking about cutting valves on these start to affect the cam followers, because the cam followers got adjusters in them. So I thought, no, this head, which is the one that came off the turbo engine, which is the one in the van, was in much nicer condition. So all I had to do was lap the valves in on that, and that looked really, really nice. I was chuffed to bits with that head, but I've just put that cam carrier, so I dug this one out, put that cam carrier on that head, and it rotates lovely, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, not really a great Friday feeling, but never mind. And this only helps to, what's the phrase I'm looking for? It only helps to reinforce that I don't like working on engines. I mean, this is the whole idea of me coming out early in the morning, is to, get on that horse, get on with it, come on, force yourself to enjoy it. But when this sort of stuff happens, it just depresses me even more. So I don't know what to do, actually. I mean, I know that I'm not using this engine because I'm going to use something slightly more modern, but I kind of wanted to at least put it back together again, so that it was sellable, or it was an option that in the future I could strip it down and make it, put it back in the van. So, because I'm not going to keep my van forever, am I? When I'm 85 or whatever, it'd be nice to be able to sell it with a package of at least 2 original engines, which obviously I can do. But time is of the essence. I'm sure you know that I'm trying to build a rally car and all sorts of other stuff. Got a Bernie the 1275 GT engine to build. So I think I'm going to have to just bite the bullet on this and can it. It depresses me even to say it, because I feel like I'm giving up, which I am, obviously. But I think what I'm going to do is basically just bolt it together, box it all up, put it in storage so it doesn't, so it's not damp, and yeah. Oh, well, I'm sorry to everybody that's been watching this and expecting me to finish this build, but I want to be 100% honest with you with what I'm doing, and it's a journey for me, and I think that's the end of this journey. No, it's not the end, is it? it's a stumbling block. But I feel that for my own mental state, I need to just stop, do something else, and then maybe come and revisit it another time. Well, there we go. That's the end of this week's Motor Mornings. Will there be a motor morning next week? That's the question, isn't it? Maybe. I'll see you next week.